Hi, this is SJ, Talks in Life. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. SJ's SJ News. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. SJ News. Ooh, that's a good idea for another channel. SJ News. P. Diddy, P. Diddy's residences in Los Angeles, Miami, and possibly New York is being raided right now. P. Diddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, or whatever the heck he calls himself. Homes are being raided in LA, Miami, simultaneously. They're being raided in LA and Miami, and I think allegedly the one in New York. Yes, it's all over the news, all over social media. He has been accused of alleged sex trafficking. They're looking for evidence of sex trafficking, drugs, firearms. They're looking for drugs, illegal drugs, firearms, and evidence of sex trafficking. This is Homeland Security that's doing the raiding. So this is Homeland Security. This is the government. The government. This ain't just the local police. This is Homeland Security. That's the government. The government. So they must have some serious evidence. How many people was running around saying Cassie was lying? I'm gonna put the link to that video that I did talking about that. How many people? Quite a few people that said that Cassie was lying. How's she going through 36 pages of lies? I knew she wasn't lying. I knew she wasn't lying. See, his dirt is coming to surface. I'm not a bit of surprised. I'm not a bit of surprised. His dirt is coming to surface. And I hope that whoever other victims that he has, I hope that they get justice. I hope that his victims can get justice. Because he needs to do more than just pay money out. They got R. Kelly. People are making jokes saying that he needs to share a cell with R. Kelly. They got R. Kelly, and they got some other ones too. So it's time for justice to be done for P. Diddy. Okay, it's a beautiful home. He got this is the home. This is the house in I think in L.A. I believe this is the house in L.A. But the one in Miami is being raided too. And allegedly, possibly the one he got one in New York. Not sure about the one in New York, but the one in Miami and in Los Angeles are being raided. Check them out. It's all over YouTube. Some people have already beaten me to the punch on this, but yes, you can't. He thought he was untouchable. You can't do dirt. And allegedly, I think they got. Oh, I seen Storm Monroe's video. They have his sons in handcuffs. Now, why would he put his kids in that situation? He has his sons in handcuffs. They have his sons in handcuffs because they're trying to get everybody out the house. Everybody is in the house. They're trying to go through and get everybody out the house before they go in and do their raid and their investigation. They're trying to make sure everybody's out the house. Mm-hmm. See, you can't do dirt. You can't keep doing dirt and expect for it not to come back on you. You a black man in America. You're still a black man in America. Even the white ones are being exposed now. You can't keep doing dirt and expect to keep getting away scot free. What did he expect? What did he expect? Did he think that he was gonna keep getting away, keep on doing dirt, and keep doing dirt and using people and trafficking and taking advantage of people and God knows what else he's doing? Did he possibly think that he was gonna keep getting away with it? No, God knows what you're doing. It's gonna come to whatever's done in the dark comes back to light. Everybody knows that. Whatever's done in the dark comes back to light. You got to be careful what you do. No, we have to be careful what we do, because I'm included in that too. We have to be careful what we do. We got to be careful how we moving out here. Because whatever's done in the dark is going to come to light. So I hope that if there's any victims that he has other than Cassie, that she needs to get justice for what he did to Cassie too. Well, I'm glad that she got some money out of him, but he needs to be held accountable for that too. Because you don't do that to people. You don't abuse people and sex traffic people and all this kind of stuff and make people do things and whatever, you don't do all that stuff and then expect to keep getting away with it. And then gonna have the nerve to come on here crying and going on. I don't know if y'all seen that. He did a video where he was crying and going on and begging. Well, what about your victims? What about your victims? Wasn't your victims crying and begging? I don't feel sorry for him. I was never a fan. I went into all that in the other video. I'm going to link it up to this one. I was never a fan. I never really cared for him, to be honest. Because I don't know, maybe in my spirit, I knew something wasn't right with him. And I just was never a fan of his. Was never a fan. I just never really cared for P. Diddy. It was always something about him that just didn't set right with me. But I could never put my finger on it. Yeah, it was always something about him that just didn't. He seemed to have an arrogance about him. He seemed to have an arrogance. And I told the story about um we were in LA. I was in LA with my friend, me and my two sons, and we went to the stand outside beside the Shrine Auditorium. The BET Awards 2011. The BET Awards of 2011. We stood right beside the Shrine Auditorium as the celebrities were riding in. We got to see Gladys Knight. She smiled and waved at us. He looked at us like we had COVID-19 before COVID-19. I said, I knew it. I said, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was arrogant. He looked at us like we had the plague. I said, well, I'm not a fan of yours, no way. It didn't hurt my feelings. But it only confirmed what I always knew about him. It was just, he always seemed to have this arrogance about him that I just didn't. I don't, just because you rich and famous and you didn't cut some records or whatever, don't mean that everybody's gonna, come on. Don't mean that I'm gonna be a fan. It depends on the person. And I just never really cared for him at all. I just never really, I could never put my finger on it. Something never set right with me about him. And he always seemed to have an arrogance about him. And really, he confirmed it that day. He confirmed it that day. And I tell the whole thing in that other video. But yeah. Yeah. Yep. Your dirt's coming to surface, P. Diddy. It's coming to surface. Check it out here on YouTube. Check it out here. It's all over. It's all over. All over. Other content creators have already beat me to the punch. I got to hurry up and get this on. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. Like, subscribe, and share. Until the next video. Be blessed.